They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again.
You see that?
Take a big return onto that pick. Look at this. They've got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
You see that?
Oh boy. They cleaned up the fumbling issue.
Stay your ass right here, buddy. Don't go nowhere. Think he whipping us some shit, nigga. You ain't what T.I. said. I'm a bankhead, nigga. I'll take your cookie. Don't try to cut the internet. He probably trying to find a way to cover
in
Micah.
two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
And he's brought down for a loss.
No push.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat. But the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Leading 10 yards now as they line up at 2nd and goal. Prescott will look to throw. He brings it in. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
Kid, I was on the field with a young high school quarterback just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other, and give him a chance to make a play.
And
3rd and goal, Prescott.
got you.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown.
Yeah, it's man, nigga.
The Cowboys
Doesn't know how to squabble.
parlay the interception into points. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cowboys drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Completes this one to Chase.
It took that away.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, It's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
On first down, here's Burrow. He's throwing deep to the left side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's second down.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. And incompletion is still pretty good, too.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow again.
Yo, stop letting this nigga get the ball off.
And that throw just too high for him. No luck finding his receiver that time. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Hey, Kate, you know that line, time is of the essence? It certainly is in the pocket. Not enough time there to let that play develop down the field, and the two were not able to reel it in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To throw again, it's Burrow. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. The Bengals sending out the punting unit. And no doubt he wants a good start for himself here in prime time. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. No return on this one. It's going to make it out of bounds and across the 25, spotted at the 24. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. It's a 2-score game early. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They have 2nd and pretty long here. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10, Prescott. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 26. And it'll be first down, Dallas. Handoff now to the receiver. And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down.
Receivers running the ball, well, that's become commonplace in the NFL now, and that includes down here in the red zone. In close, a lot less space to work with. You really love your most...
And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Cowboys take a 20-zip lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys stretch their lead to 21. Aubrey now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Jones. They get to him before that return can amount to much, just beyond the 15-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. They hold him to a modest gain here to the 19. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On 3rd down, here's Burrow. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, okay, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down, Burrow to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Chased out to his right. Passing struggles bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. He throws a bullet deep to the right, brought in inside the 20.
Oh,
And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Burrow throwing out of the pistol. Right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Man in motion here. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals start to fight back with their first points of this game. McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals get it back to a 14-point game. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Turpin with a return. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Prescott set to pass. Completed over the middle. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Prescott now on 3rd down. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. Emmanuel Forbes makes the play.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Burrow out of the shotgun. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Higgins makes the catch. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. On the move, headed right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throw away.
Burrow throwing again on 2nd and 10. Taking a big shot for the end zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
Slot man motioned over. Here he is on 3rd and long. He's on the move. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Field goal unit coming on. Looks like the Bengals will settle for 3. Ball spotted on the left hash, 49 yards out. Butker knocks it through. And that'll get him back to 11.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Short kick here, fielded at the 15. And he's going to be out of bounds with some outstanding field position right at midfield.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field, and you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
Throwing on first is Prescott. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Chris don't fuck with us, Will. He don't fuck with us, really.
From the red zone now. He's got it. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Prescott here from the gun. And he's got it. That's a layup for a good touchdown. The Cowboys get more points.
That's what you call 15-second offense right
The
there.
point after. Here's Aubrey. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Cowboys push their lead to 18. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. He's back to throw. On target to his man Higgins. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Turpin with a return. A nice return, but what a hit we had at the end of it. They've got first down from the 31. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Second down now, 7 to go. Back to the well again. Across the 45 and still going.
Fuck off, you nigga.
Has room down the left sideline. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys grow the lead coming out of halftime. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys grow their lead yet again. Aubrey now to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Burrow from the gun.
How you doing, streaks?
Escapes the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Offense up to the line fast. To the air, third and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
On first down, here's Burrow.
Boom!
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Man in motion out of the slot. Another try following the sack. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. And he's out of bounds after getting this to the opposing 45.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1.
Dude, is still
And
in
that's
the
a win for
movie.
the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Trying for it with Burrow. He connects downfield on 4th. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. To throw again, it's Burrow. Cut near the goal line. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Offense in the hurry up here. Brown is in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals start the second half with some needed points. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Turpin with a return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They'll run here on 1st down. And this run is stopped after getting up past the 35. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Second and 6 coming up here. From the 36. It's taken in by Lamb. Gets it to the 15. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys can make it a 4-score game as they lead by 24. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cowboys continue piling onto this lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. Finds his man Chase. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They've jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards.
This is the finalized play. Yeah,
They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker.
I'll leave that to you, Ben. I believe that is. I don't want to carry a minute just for...
Burrow back to throw. He throws a bullet to the center. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Cowboys getting back on his 6th interception of the season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Finalized until off-market fullback selection. Are we at
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. From the gun is Prescott. Now he's past the 25. A pickup there of 33 yards. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
I've probably seen a million balls thrown in my life, and maybe even more, from the time I was in high school all the way here to the pros, and over all these decades of watching guys throw it. And I'll tell you what, I never get tired of watching a laser like that.
Oh, he lost the football. And this skips out at the 2-yard line, dangerously close to a touchback, but they'll be set up near the goal line instead. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal. Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And he's in for the touchdown. The Cowboys pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Not sure we can call these gadget plays anymore, partner. Not like we could in the early 2000s, right? Because receivers who can run it, well, they become an important part of many NFL offenses, especially down in the red zone.
And that's because the reality you face is there's only so many conventional plays, really. There's only so many reps you can get in during the practice week, so many different opportunities and traditional sets. But when you got an outlier like this, when you got a wide receiver who can run it like a running back, it presents a whole nother set of issues for defenses.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys continue adding on to that lead.
Another aspect where she's opened up new big sessions with Bob. Things. We'll cross the street with you. I'm pretty sure that Lucas was on that. At this moment, we could touch base with him in the 11:30 today. Okay, I'll have to see what the update is on this without Bob.
Call 6-3 is better.
Oh, no, this is perfectly fine. I'd actually...
Aubrey now to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He'll get this one to Brown. They deliver a shot before he can get to the line. Here's 2nd and 14. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Working quickly here. Here's 2nd and 2. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he can take the lid off a defense at any time.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. It's the Bengals with possession, but they're in a pretty deep hole to start the 4th.
That was completely with last week. That date is changing. So
offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Here's Brown again. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
The Bats got it. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
First down from the red zone. Forced out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Burrow out of the shotgun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
On 3rd and goal, here's Burrow. Buys time, rolling right. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. And that throw doesn't lead to 6. So now they're left with 4th and goal. Tough to blame him for that drop, Rock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Excellent. And he's going to go down. They get to him on 4th and goal and complete the defensive stand.
Is it good to close this out now that this is done? Because this was more or less an open item because of the clients who requested flexi homes. I don't believe we need to hold this as an action item if things are going as is standard process.
Yeah, I would not. We can take that off now. We're near the point of almost cutting the POs.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Bob, and I think probably in the discussion in Wisconsin. Yes, we're proceeding with what we have. Needs to be changed later on. Needs to be changed later on. We'll change it later on. I've released the stage one vapor ducting and reaching piping drawings for bidding. So we're proceeding. Are you fine with calling this that we're proceeding with our standard? Standard that just has to do with whether or not Bechtel at some point wants to change locations of the Tide Force sample. We've been talking about this for probably 3 months at least, and they've been unable